Well, hello there, everybody. My name is Andrew Hexley, and I'm here to do a movie review. And today's um uh and on today's movie review, I will be reviewing Christmas Story 2. Um, and on today's movie review, I will be reviewing Christmas Story 2. And I have seen this movie, and so I decided that I would actually review this movie for you guys, since this is a sequel to the first original classic heartwarming story about Ralphie. So, in the first movie, I didn't review that movie, but we did get to see a little bit of action. Like we've got to see like kind of like Ralphie getting a BB gun for Christmas. But today I just wanted to make sure I wanted to do this review because you guys all requested it. Of course, I'm not going to do the original Christmas Story review because you all know what it's about, right? I'm not going to do that kind of review on A Christmas Story, the first movie, because you guys already know what I'm saying. So there's actually Ralphie, and he's still a kid. He wants a BB gun for Christmas, but in the end he shoots his eye out. And when I first heard that they were planning to make a sequel to this movie, I wasn't expecting much. Rather than telling us that a sequel would be coming out, they said it would be coming out just a few days just before the original Christmas movie was released. And it's a pretty cool and it's a pretty cool movie, to say the least. I love all the characters, and now Ralphie's grown up and stuff, and yeah, guys, but I'm going to make this a spoiler-free movie review. I'm not going to tell you the plot or story because you guys will know easily what it's all about, but still, I want to just tell you that there are some moments in this movie that I really loved, but I'll tell you that I'll get to that in a little later second. First of all, I want to talk about the casting and acting. All the actors, I don't know their names, but they did a good job, the actors and actresses of this movie. You've got Ralphie's father, he's probably now an old man, we've got Ralphie's older, younger brother, Flick, who grew up as well, and now he talks in this movie. In the original movie, he didn't talk, but still really cool. We get to see Ralphie as a teenager. He grew up as a really big boy now, and he's just learning to kind of get used to some things. So possibly I loved it, and of course there are a few other things I loved also about this movie. Now I'm not going to complain, although like some people might say this is a really stupid movie review, I don't want to watch it, How many minutes are you going to make of it? I don't really understand, guys, but from the moment I saw this movie, I actually did enjoy it. Overall, this movie is pretty cool, and it's really funny to watch, and it's pretty cool because this movie's all about Ralphie, and, besides getting used to things, I thought this movie would actually be really cool, guys. And in that case, I'm not going to tell you the ending, you're just going to have to find out for yourselves, but still, it's a really awesome movie. The acting and the performance is what I really enjoyed. This movie has great acting from some different male characters and female characters this time around. There are pretty much some new characters in this movie, including the ones Ralphie meets. I don't know what their names are, but they are very cool guys indeed, and also there are other characters in this movie that I forgot the names of. But it's okay since I don't really want to know the names, but still, I think that it's really cool that they actually did a movie which involves Ralphie not only getting a BB gun, but also getting something else in return, a present, not just a BB gun. And I've been very, wanting to see this movie for a very long time, and now that I've seen the sequel, I want to just share my thoughts with you guys on it. So this is a spoiler-free movie review, and I will definitely not give you any spoilers, but as I said before, you guys, this is definitely a free, spoiler-free review, like a movie review, so I will definitely not give out spoilers in this movie. If you haven't seen this movie, go check it out. I recommend it. I'm also not going to spoil or tell you the ending of it, at least not that I think so, because it'll probably ruin the movie for you, the whole movie possibly, but still. I love the main point of the characters, how funny they are. They act really funny in this movie, definitely, and they have some quite emotion to them. Like some scenes, like some sad scenes I've seen, like when Ralphie's father was fishing, he wanted to grab a big like fish for his family, and that was really cool. I thought, why not like just see it. But I'm not going to tell you the main story. You guys are going to have to find that out for yourselves once you watch or see this movie, definitely. And the main point about this is, I love the characters. Ralphie, who's all grown up now, he's a teenager. He kind of gets used to the thing. He kind of gets used to the swing of things because possibly from his own perspective, he can see that there's actually more stuff that adults want to do with their time when they're grown up instead of being children again, like a little child, like a little kid. And this time, he doesn't want toys. He wants a brand new car to drive. He wants to get a driver's license like most of us do. When we're grown up and we go into this adult world, we want to get a driver's license. And at that time and age, we have to like take responsibility for our actions because our responsibility for our actions are not regardless nonetheless. And besides like that, Ralphie just doesn't know like what car he's gonna pick. He's really picky, and he indeed wants his father to buy him a car, even though like something else is going on particularly. And he wants his father to buy him a car, even though something else is going on particularly. And in that same particular reason, I found that quite interesting watching the movie and discussing various things. I think I loved it, but I'm not going to tell you guys the spoilers anyways. But I really love the actors. I just don't know their names anymore, but I still just I adore this movie, and I really adore this movie even through like the animation and possibly the main storytelling and the characters. It's really cool because we get the same narrator who narrates the story for us, and it's like we're back into watching the first movie. There's still a lot of good things about this Christmas Story 2 movie. I love Ralphie. He has quite a few funny moments and scenes, but definitely or not, this movie is definitely funny in its own way. It's entertaining, it's fun to watch, there's quite a few humor bits and pieces to it. And if you're a fan of Christmas Story just like me, you're going to love the second movie, A Christmas Story 2. It's certainly a Christmas magical masterpiece, and of course many people know that it's a pretty good movie than the first one where Ralphie wanted a BB gun for Christmas, and he always kept saying, I want a BB gun for Christmas, and they're like, no, you'll shoot your eye out, kid. We all remember that movie, and definitely this movie didn't disappoint me either, because I thought I'd love to have them do a sequel to the first movie. I thought I loved it, guys, and yeah, certainly is what I'm sticking to. So yeah, so I assumed this movie was way better, and it was really entertaining, guys. Plus, the funny scenes and moments of this movie was when, as a reindeer, he was hopping. This guy, he knocked the quarters and the money out of his bucket, and he had to pick it up, and then this other guy punched him in the groin, and he he was he fell on the ground and that kind of stuff. So yeah, guys, I love that, and also this movie is actually a pretty cool movie to watch even on Christmas Eve. If you guys are liking this movie and you want to see it for Christmas Eve, then definitely see this movie, because for Christmas Eve then you'll not be disappointed, And definitely for that, for Christmas Eve, you'll definitely not be disappointed, with this movie at all. And plus, the main story, I love the main story, especially how the narrator always narrates what happens in this movie. I mean, there are a lot of things about the story that I love. The storytelling is by far, it's best, and it's really good story to it, because there's a lot of characters, and there's some really good aspects of this movie. And, I mean, a lot of people, are going to be, really so happy with this movie, because this movie is actually really cool, and because people are going to be, some people are going to be really happy with this movie, because this movie is actually really cool, And this movie is actually really cool in general, to say the least, because it's got Ralphie in it, and his younger brother Flick, which we have seen in the first movie trying to grow up. So yeah, guys, that's exactly what happened. He's trying to grow up in the first movie, so that's exactly what happened, And the second movie, this second movie, it's really cool. And like the second movie too, you guys, it's really cool as well too. Christmas Story 2 is definitely my favorite movie as well. I love all the characters, like the father especially, and he is really funny as well, and the mother, of Ralphie, his parents, his family can get a little humorous sometimes, but yeah. Overall, this movie kept me entertained on the edge of my seat, and if I was to rate this movie, I'd rate it at least a 10.9 out of 10 because it's a really awesome movie, and it definitely deserves to be on my #1 list of all Christmas movies considered. If you've enjoyed Christmas movies in the past, and if you haven't certainly seen this new movie, then certainly this would be a great addition to your Christmas DVD collection for sure. I highly, definitely recommend it. The quality of this movie is actually superb and fantastic, and I think this movie actually itself could have been at least a little better, but still, I love this movie, and I wasn't quite disappointed when I heard that they were going to be making a sequel to Christmas Story. So yeah, Christmas Story 2 is definitely a really cool movie. That was a sequel made to the first Christmas Story, with Ralphie wanting to be vegan for Christmas, and this movie is actually really better. So yeah, guys, hope you tell me in the comments below what you think. Are you going to see this Christmas movie for Christmas or not? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, stay tuned, you guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye, everybody, and see you all next time.